Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you, fellas?
Great, you?
Great. Welcome to Sim Mind Sports Show. The culture of losing is sinking the Patriots, or at least has the potential to. A little bit of carryover from our Monday show, Bobby, which Raymond so eloquently bailed out of, which was nice. Thanks, Ray.
You're welcome.
The culture of losing is sinking the Patriots, on the verge of sinking their organization with decades to come. Ownership may already be looking ahead for solutions here, though. I want to talk about that. Will they admit their mistake? Did they pull the trigger too early on Bill Belichick, thrust Mayo into that job too early? And what might be the path forward? What's the best path forward? That's what I want to talk about from the Patriots and the Patriots free fall. We also have 10 questions from around the NFL with Bobby in our bye week, our God-given bye week of this Patriots hell.
Thank you. It came too late, though. I mean, it should have been earlier in the season. This was just way too long.
It's December. It's like almost Christmas.
Yeah. We broke Raymond with a mental health day at one of these shows because of the Patriots.
True.
I'm blaming it on the Patriots, not on me being mean.
No, it was the Patriots.
So we'll do 10 questions around the NFL, see what's happening there. We got the Red Sox and their billion-dollar bamboozle. They're doing it again, Raymond. The old bait and switch yet again. Is anybody ever going to learn? Or you have to listen here to find out what the Red Sox are doing again to your stupid ass. Is Peyton Pritchard and the Celtics are bounced from the NBA Cup, Ray's favorite midseason.
Who gives a fuck?
Tournament. Of course, we've got simplest minds of the week. But as always, we start with opening takes. Raymond, you are back on suspension. Please, your opening take.
Thank you there, Richard. Yes, like we go into the bye week, what do we look forward to? Patriots, what are they going to do for next year? There's nothing. I mean, you're going to have a whole new regime here. The coordinators are gone. Van Pelt, Covington, they're gone. What is the bright spot for this Patriots team right now? It's Drake May and maybe Christian Gonzalez, and that's about it. I mean, looking to 2025, it is a clusterfuck that we're going to be doing this all again, second guessing. Maybe that guy should have stayed. Maybe this guy should have stayed. But in the end, Kraft just keeps fucking this up, and on to 2025, I guess.
Bobby, are you going Patriots opening take?
I am.
God damn it. All right, you go.
All right, well, let me give a better take on what was generally the same premise than what that was. If the Patriots actually do go ahead and move forward and make a decision, they, believe it or not, will be a desirable location. They'll have a franchise quarterback, $100 million in space, and a high draft pick. And guess what? The best coach of all time is on the market. Things are looking up for the Patriots. Maybe they can convince that guy to come here.
Stay tuned. That's what you call tease in the biz there, Raymond. Don't ask the question. Let the listener ask the question. Who is the best on the market? We want to find out who that is, okay? I was also going to go Patriots and the fact that they anointed an interim coach for an entire season, which is what it feels like here with Gerard Mayo. But since you idiots went that path without letting me know, I'll switch gears in midstream here, and I'll go Red Sox. And again, their bait and switch of we're here to spend money. This is the year we're ready to spend. Juan Soto, $600 million. John Henry's talking to the agents. It's happening, people. It's happening, people. Bam! Here's a dick in your face. Arlandis Chapman and that 37-year-old wife-beating asshole. There's your signing, $10 million. And anybody that says, what does that have to do with Juan Soto? Nothing. It's just another indicator that they're not actually going to do what you think they're going to do, or specifically what they say they're going to do, which is spend money on big free agents. They lost on it last year. They did the same goddamn thing to you last year and years past. They're doing it again. The kings of quote-unquote interested are back, baby. They're back with this Juan Soto and Chapman signing. Open your eyes, Red Sox fans. Open your eyes. John Henry's not looking to spend a goddamn dime on this team. So there you have it. There's your opening takes. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind, live Thursday, December 5th. Welcome to the show. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not not Quay.
It's Q. It's Q. It's QUE. You idiot.
If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. It's a really nice evening. Bobby's got a new room. Looks fantastic. Ray. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast platforms, thank you for listening. Rate, subscribe, review. Tell your friends, as always. Tell your mothers. And what you're going to want to tell them about is Behind the Paywall. That's our free access to our free newsletter. We're going to pay for, curate, summarize all of the biggest, hottest stories from all of the pay-per-click websites. That's your Boston Herald, Boston Globe, ESPN, The Athletic, Boston Sports Journal, all the shit that they make you pay for. We've already done it. We'll read it slowly, carefully, summarize it awkwardly, but then get it to you so you can see it and you don't have to go through the painstaking payment and wherewithal to actually get through all that. All you have to do is go to the website or click the link in the description or the comment below. Pop that email in there, get the free access to the newsletter. And Behind the Paywall, this week we're talking about Gerard Mayo, of course, and the demise of the Patriots in one way or another. There are several articles on that, so please go check that out. Join the revolution. Keep it simple. But that's where we want to start. You dopes and your opening takes, and Ray stealing opening takes. It's just behind my back. I give you a little insight via the email into what I would like to talk about. I had a really unique approach to the same fucking story that's been talked about for weeks, and Ray, just poops on it and stumbles through it and fucks me up.
Fucked it up, and I fucked it up. So there you go.
Fucked it up. I'll get back to my opinion and the anointment of the interim coach.
I think it's a fascinating idea.
It's twofold. It's really to piss Bobby off because it's got a really nice Joey Maz angle, Joey Mazzulla.
I know. I knew that part was coming.
And it's created a real shitstorm for the Patriots, which obviously makes Raymond angry. And that's my whole goal for this whole thing, is to take my fucking anger that I live with every day and spill it onto you through the interwebs every Thursday.
I appreciate
I'm talking to you, my co-host, and whoever's listening. Fuck you. Take my shit. Speaking of fuck you and taking their shit, that's what we're doing to the crap from the Crafts and the Patriots. Here's the biggest news, I think, out of the last week or so. Conflicting reports that the Crafts are calling around the league for head coaches, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and a little bit on the down low, even GMs. The Wolfpack might be in trouble, but also the conflicting part coming out from Albert Breer out of his mouth, right out of his fucking lips, that Mayo is quote unquote on solid ground. Which also Mayo, since basically he got the job, has been thinking that as well. Real quick, let's hear from Mayo, Raymond, in his thoughts in his second year with the Patriots already.
Best player, in my estimation, is Drake. Why not just let him cook? Why not just go for the attack? At this juncture, it's a team that is struggling to get wins. And I was wondering why no attack mentality. Have you been introspective and say, man, are we too cautious here? Why would it be that way?
I always try to reflect, after the games. And, now we're in the bye week, so there's definitely a chance and opportunity to reflect on the entire season up until this point and what we need to do going forward. Now, in saying that, I still have a lot to learn as well as the head coach of this football team. And I understood that, it's a very different role. In saying that, I tell the players the same thing. The biggest jump you'll ever have in your career is from year one to year two, as far as becoming a better player, a better professional. I'm sure 100% I will be a better coach in year two than I am in year one.
This dope. Of course, you have a lot to learn. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You dope. He's a fucking idiot.
So much better next year. You don't even know.
Yeah. I'm going to learn from all my mistakes this year. I'm going to be so much better next year.
That's the Tom Curran interview, NBC Sports Boston. Give them credit. Go listen to it. It's on YouTube and NBC Sports Boston. If you listen to the whole thing, it's under 30 minutes. He says the phrase, and in saying that, that's
the word of the day from this calendar on its nightstand.
He qualifies and explains everything that he says after he says it, which is Bobby and I, we are in the corporate world. It's such corporate fucking bullshit. The only thing, if he started ending his sentences with right and a question mark, I would have fucking jumped through the screen. In saying that, you want to reflect on every decision that you make, right? Just that suggestive corporate speak, fucking bullshit. It started to drive me crazy watching this interview. I didn't think that was what I was going to talk about on that clip in the intro to this segment, but sorry, had to get that off my chest. The year 2 thing, that's not the first time he said it. It's far from that. He says it all the time. The fact that he's going to make a jump from year 1 to year 2. Bobby, we talked about this. This was my kind of thought on the Monday show. They are not coaching with any fear of losing their job or sense of urgency. It's the reason why they coach so conservatively. It's the reason why you're losing close games, because there's no sense of urgency. The job security is in place. They're already thinking about next year. They're already in a 5-year to 3 to 5 year rebuilding mindset. And it's just the wrong approach. It's just obviously the wrong approach. They're not taking it game to game. They're not taking it year to year. They have a 5-year outlook like, well, let's just put the fucking steps in place moving forward. And in 5 years, we'll just miraculously be good. And I just think that little clip is kind of a microcosm of the entire group think down there at Foxborough.
What did he learn from Belichick?
Looking towards fucking year 2.
When he was on the sidelines, what did he learn from Belichick? What was Belichick's philosophy? We're on to the next game. We're on to Cincinnati. You know, it's never look back in the past. It's on to the next one. This guy, like you said, Rich, he is on to year 3. He doesn't give a fuck what happens this year. It's just baby steps for him. He's looking to year 3, like what he can accomplish by then. It's not what he can do now. And it's just a piss poor product that you have on the field that you need to change immediately. There's so much drastic change that needs to come for year 2 that I don't think they're going to do. I think they're just going to sit on their hands and not do anything once again.
He's too worried qualifying everything that he does and trying to justify his decisions that he doesn't even take the results seriously. There is no, he's not worried about the results because there is that security. He's just thinking, he literally believes that in his own head, it's just after a couple of years, we're going to get this and all of a sudden everything's going to be better. But there is no proof that he can even make any of these results right now. You would never hear any other coach talk about a first-year coach talk the way that they are. You know, I'm learning on the job. I'm getting better. I'm this, I'm that. They would never say that. They would just talk about results and how they're going to get better and what they're going to do next.
He does not talk like a football coach, to your point, Bobby. He talks like a guy from corporate America. And if we just implement our plan and our processes, he also said processes multiple times in this interview. I've used processes in my job, and I know I'm full of shit when I say it. I know I'm full of shit.
You know what the number one thing that he says and relates to football that makes me know that he's full of shit? He says, well, if you just take out this one long run and this one thing here, that's like if you're talking about like a work thing. Well, you know, if we just didn't do this, you know, we'd be great. And everyone's like, yeah, you know, I think we would there. But it's just like, that's not the way football works. It happened and you need to deal with it.
Yeah, there's a wonderful blog behind the paywall that talks just about that mentality from the Patriots and their coaching staff. So again, click that link, sign up for the free newsletter there, get the behind the paywall. But yeah, Rick, can you play this next clip? Give me a second to set it up. Speaking of Mayo and the corporate speak and philosophy that he's bringing to the football field, that is clearly not working. It's just written all over him. We see it from a football standpoint when we see him on the sidelines and his team is reeling. He was a rookie of the year, multi-time Pro Bowler, linebacker, Super Bowl champion. We understand his resume as a football player. As a coach, he spent 5 years in the coaching ranks. We don't know necessarily what he did. We knew he ran a room, but he didn't call the plays on the field. That was Steve Belichick. So he's never actually called a defense in an NFL game. That's why he can't take the clipboard from Covington, who also has never called fucking plays. So I don't know what the difference would be other than Mayo leveraging himself into a bad situation. That's why he looks like a dope not doing anything on the sideline, because he can't. He has no experience actually doing it. So he's simply just there to implement these corporate philosophies into an NFL football team, which that may have a little part of it. But if you don't have the grit and grind from the actual football, the people are going to see right through you, man. It's about results and wins and yards and contracts. That's what it's about. Instead, here's what Gerard Mayo thinks it's about.
How often is there dialogue with Robert or Jonathan in terms of, hey, you know what, wasn't what we were looking for, but we trust you, we've empowered you, and we'll talk about it later. How does it go, I guess?
Yeah,
I mean, they're very invested,
Yeah, that's
literally.
right. Yeah, that's right. Look, we speak all the time, and I would say, even outside of football, they have other businesses, and so when you talk about all this stuff, is about relationships. Coaching is about relationships. Business is about relationships, and they've been an open book as far as if I have a question on managing processes or leading people. They have been very open and honest with me in some of those things, and it's going to make me a better coach going forward.
I'm not going to talk about it because I just talked for a long time. There's the processes. Did you guys hear him talk about football at all?
Nope. No. But he's got to be a better coach for next year, though. It will make it better.
When someone says it's all about relationships, that's the type of person that doesn't do the thing. He doesn't know shit about football. That's someone that a manager says when it's all about relationships, they don't know shit about the job that they're doing. Not a goddamn thing.
How many relationships do you think Belichick created in his 20 years of? He ruined the best relationship they had at a spite and sent this spiral to the point where they're fucking at. That's how much he cared about relationships. It's not about relationships, Strad. It's about results. It's about results. That's true in corporate America too. It's just not as eminent and not as direct and not as in our face with the media coverage as it is in NFL football.
In positions that matter, it's about results.
Would you rather have Would you rather have a relationship with this player, or would you rather win a fucking Super Bowl ring?
Well, he said that from day one. It's about turning these young boys into men before you have to create a love and a relationship before you can scold them and yell at them.
Because he's like 10 years older than half these guys.
This is not fucking Pop Warner Boy Scout.
JV, yeah, it's nothing.
These guys want to get paid, and most of them want to win. That's it. That's it. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. It's a good interview. If you haven't watched it, Curran, in a very diplomatic way, needles them a couple times, and they've got a relationship from their past with the media. But there's one point I'll just give you as an anecdote. He talks about the 2-point conversion in Tennessee, and Curran goes, I hated that. Like, very seriously, because if you listen to Curran, he bashes him for it on the post game, and then he kind of laughs in the interview, and they talk about it. But it's a good interview. Go watch it or listen to it. All right, so ownership, as we started off this segment, they conflicting reports that they are calling around the league to see who may be available for them at all significant positions. And they seem to be using the last final weeks to truly assess the season. So is this an admission of a fuck up? Obviously, they probably don't want this leaked, but is there some admission that they screwed this transition up? I call Gerard Mayo a anointed interim coach for an entire year, similar to Joe Mazzulla when Ime started. What do you call it there, Bobby? Dicking down the entire Celtics.
He dicked down half the organization,
or at least one significant female in the organization.
High up in the front office, yeah. High up in the front office.
Enough to get him canned and vault Joe Mazzulla into an interim role.
Thanks, Ime.
It's a somewhat similar situation, except Belichick didn't dick down anybody except for some 24-year-old.
Yeah, well, that's not entirely true. Yeah, he's been dicking down ladies for a while. We know.
That's true. He may be doing it on another college campus here soon if we want to get to that. The greater point here is there was no plan. They were forced. The Crafts were forced into this decision with Belichick and his spiteful arrogance. And their failure last year and his screwing up of Mac Jones and Matt Patricia hiring. We don't have to go into the failures of Bill Belichick on the management side and his discretions here in the final years. Forced Kraft, I think, to make this decision earlier than he wanted to. And he pigeonholed himself into Gerard Mayo with whatever stupid contract and his unwillingness to break that contract when guys like Mike Vrabel showed up when he needed to fire Bill Belichick. And essentially, what it seems like is Mayo and his staff went into the season with the understanding that it's kind of a fucking freebie This was supposed to be Belichick's last year, and no one really gave a shit what he did. He was supposed to break Shula's record with a mediocre team, and maybe we'd be itching for the playoffs, but it was really about Shula's record over the last couple of years, and that's gone. So this year is just, whatever. Let's just see what we can do. Let's start building with Gerard Mayo and his corporate fucking bullshit, and in 3 or 5 years, we'll be back. That's how it works, right? No big deal. That's never not worked, trusting the process. So it's just a free interim year for Gerard Mayo, and the clock starts ticking next year, which I've seen way too many people, Patriots fans and alike, say that that's fine. No kidding. That's how it should work. No. That's just wrong. You can't throw away professional sports years. You can't. The Patriots had the easiest schedule by whatever standard you want to look at. And they had at least 4 or 5 winnable games this year that they would have won with better coaching, or at least better personnel, wherever you want to draw that line.
A little bit of both.
They threw it the fuck away with the mentality that came from the direct top of you're just basically an interim guy here this year. Let's really start turning up the clock next year. It just, it's tough. So, sorry, diatribe. What's the best way out? A, do you blow it up, start from scratch, get rid of all of them, do an actual start from scratch next year? B, bring them all back. Mayo's miraculous year 2 leap is going to take them all to the next step. Or C, delete and add on the margins, maybe bring some guys in, maybe get rid of some guys, and see if you can kind of fill the gaps there in the in-between. What's the best approach here, Bobby?
I think the best approach is to blow it all out, get rid of them all, and start over. I think you actually have an attractive canvas for high-end coaches and executives to come in. Again, high draft pick, cap room, quarterback. That's all that they'll care about. They don't care about the rest of it because they'll think that they could fix all of it. So I think you blow it all out. I think what we'll get is option C, and maybe if we're lucky, a new defensive coordinator.
Do you worry about the backlash of blowing out a first-year coach? Well, maybe not you, but does Kraft worry about blowing out his first-year coach that he has so personally, publicly said that he has handpicked and is the guy for the job? Like, it's got to be in Kraft's mind, right? Like, it
has to be. It has to be on his mind, but I think also that the Hall of Fame is on his mind, and he doesn't want to look like he's fucked it up. So if he admits he mistakes and then gets him out of here, then he can say, well, then I did fix it because I made this mistake, then I fixed it.
Yeah. Raymond?
The Hall of Fame's not in his reach anymore. I mean, with all the scandals. So, but I think C is the option. I think C is the only option. I think you're going to see Mayo come back. You'll see Wolf come back. But the coordinators are gone. I think Van Pelt will probably be coaching somewhere else next year. So won't Covington. They won't be in New England. They're going to try to bring someone in to be like a co-head coach or a or assistant coach to help Mayo, because clearly he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He needs help. So hopefully they can get a veteran in here, help him out, help him figure this shit all out. So year 2 is a little bit easier for him. He can call plays. He can go to these meetings and doesn't have to go to see Jonathan Kraft on Monday nights or Sunday nights and explain why he did what and, get the tongue lashing from Jonathan.
Give your mother a tongue lashing last night. What you referenced there from the Monday, Sunday nights, Mayo, and that interview was asked how often he's talking to the Crafts. I don't know if it was in that clip or not. And he said that they basically review every game. So a little pat on the, he's a little puppet there for the Crafts. But you said Mayo's gone, or AVP is gone. I've been leading the charge on fire Alex Van Pelt from like week 3. Do we need to step back on that a little bit? It's the only part of this team that has, by the eye test, improved. Now, they are statistically still the worst offense in the NFL. But the eye test says that they improve. That I will save my answer. But do we need to give Alex Van Pelt a little bit? We need to step back on that train if he gets canned. Do we need to give him a little more credit?
The only reason why I take that approach is because Mayo and him did not get along. You can tell they don't get along. Beginning of the season, remember how he was like, Jacoby Brissett's our guy, and then Mayo came in and was like, well, it's anyone's quarterback. Yeah, anyone can be quarterback. Drake May has a shot. And you could tell that there was like some in-house, like they weren't on the same page or anything like that. And if you bring in a new coordinator, you're going to want someone like an assistant. You're going to want it on the offensive side of the ball to help Drake May out to get to year 2 and get better. So I think that's why Van Pelt would be the one out.
I think ever since Drake May started, I think whatever icy relationship they've had is kind of glossed over. I think it obviously had something to do with that. But yeah, they move the ball, and he does appear whatever. Drake May is taking his coaching. I think that's fair to say. So if Mayo comes back, I think AVP stays with him. But then you bring in an experienced defensive coordinator so that there's an adult on that side of the ball.
Yeah, if it's the options on the table, I'd dump him in a second.
Yep.
The rest of the team, I'm talking about Alex Van Pelt, the defense has gotten worse. The special teams has gotten worse. Neither of those units were injected with a number 3 overall pick named Drake May. He has been the difference in the offense, not Alex Van Pelt. If you listen to the professionals, Drake May's development fundamentally has not really changed from North Carolina. He's just kind of a fucking stud. He's kind of a really good football player. And that's what you're seeing on the field. Good and bad. Statistically, Drake May also sucks. If you look at it, he's bottom of the league in basically every statistical category that matters as an NFL quarterback outside of rushing, which people get all giddy about. Doesn't do dick for me. So no, if you want to talk about happy medium, Ray might have had it. If there's an offensive coordinator out there that can come in, run that side of the ball, you blow out Covington or demote him. We talked about this Monday, right, Bobby?
A good demotion. A good demotion. There's nothing. We don't see enough demotions anymore.
A nice fucking demotion. Just
I know exactly.
You're gonna stick around. And
Exactly.
Watch this.
You're not going to go and get some better job elsewhere. You're going to stay here with a bad job because you're under contract.
If the Crafts are so dead set on keeping their anointed interim coach, Gerard Mayo, coach vibes, give him the defensive play sheet. Do what every other NFL team does, which I hate. He runs the defense. This other guy runs the offense, and go from there. And maybe that probably happens, honestly, with Alex Van Pelt. I don't think anyone's getting the door. Maybe Covington just as a sacrificial lamb for getting 3 wins in a season.
They might need a sacrificial lamb.
He definitely will. But I think Alex Van Pelt will be back. I think they will all be back. Yeah, they might add on the margins, maybe.
It did work for that documentary Disney put on Remember the Titans. There was a defensive coach, head coach, an offensive head coach. You know, they both split the play sheet, so it does work out.
Herman, leave no doubt. Headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. Another Sunday of sad beers as the Patriots blow another one. Rich correctly predicted the outcome as the Colts got the ball, drove 80-plus yards, scored a touchdown, and went for 2 to make the Patriots 3-10 entering the bye week. Happy Beer Sunday maybe now? The same people that made 2-hour delays or canceled schools today in New England are the same people who are upset that the Celtics are out of the NBA Cup. Soft asshole idiots. That's what they are. The Celtics continue to care about one thing and one thing only, and that is Banner 19. Since firing Jim Montgomery, the Bruins are playing winning hockey. Like Rich said, a shakeup was in order. The Bruins are riding a 3-game winning streak and 6-2 in the firing since Jim Montgomery. And now they take on the Flyers at 1 o'clock on Saturday and hopefully ruin Dr. Vittle's weekend. And finally, the Red Sox have signed Aroldis Chapman to a 1-year deal worth $10 million. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you there, Richard.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Really pumping my tires a little bit there in the headlines. And I did call a couple things.
Yeah, he is.
Like that? You like that?
Because we had a little spat this morning. Want to give it a little love? That's how you do relationships, people. Okay?
Yeah.
Make up. Don't go to bed angry.
No.
Let's go to 10 questions from the NFL and beyond with Chief Bobby.
All right, first question. Is Christian McCaffrey washed?
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead. He's a dead man walking.
PCL injury. I mean, that's a non-contact injury. You're going to have the year rehab. Yeah, you're done.
Yep.
So the 49ers. Shanahan's
49ers.
It's over.
White running backs. Yep, this is how they do. They just fall off a cliff one day. Done.
Racist.
Fucking Indian.
Was that a dirty hit on Trevor Lawrence?
No.
It was a
NFL soft.
phenomenal hit on Trevor Lawrence. It gives us more Mac Jones. More Mac Jones.
Trevor Lawrence hit the IR, done for the season. Talking about some kind of surgery to something. I don't know, his
Shoulder.
maybe.
No, it's his shoulder, I believe.
Oh,
He tore his
apologies.
rotator cuff or something. I
I
don't
guess
know.
in Jacksonville, your vaginas are on your shoulder.
Yep.
Here's the solution: abolish the slide in the NFL. Abolish the slide. Get rid of it. If you leave, Brady said it. I said it the second it happened, but Brady said it earlier today. I think. As soon as you leave the line of scrimmage, you are a runner. You are now fair game. You
Protect yourself or don't do it.
The NFL needs to. I think they have toned back on a little bit of the NFL protection, unless your name is Patrick Mahomes. But we no longer really see like if someone grazes the helmet on a pass rush, like that used to get a flag when they were trying to, talk about. You just need more of that, and you see this all the time with more and more rushing quarterbacks because college football is ruining the NFL, and nobody actually knows how to run a fucking NFL offense. So everyone just runs around like an asshole, like Trevor Lawrence. The more and more that happens, the more and more NFL quarterbacks are manipulating the defense, faking the slide. Patrick Mahomes is the king at it. Every time he goes to the sideline, it's like, we don't know. 15 extra yards if you hit me, or I'll get 20 extra yards if you don't. Your pick, idiot.
Yep.
So I'd like to see them abolish the slide and let them hit these fucks for running.
Yeah, Kermit is a real sneaky fuck on the sideline. I agree. What is the best song from The Lion King?
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
That is not the best song from The Lion King.
Are you going to go with Elton John's Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
That is, I believe, a dark horse for it. But I think I'm going to go The Circle of Life.
Another Elton John song.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going Circle of Life or Can You Feel the Love? Kuna
Can You Feel the
Matata.
Love Tonight. That is, it's a solid. That's probably got the most oomph to it.
Yeah, and the Divas did one of them. Mariah and Whitney. Did they do Circle of Life, or did they do in Feeling Love Tonight? There's a great performance of them doing one of those. Kuna Matata, and also, if you watch the movie, that song is broken up. Like it's not an actual song. It's just kind of
It's just like a chorus that they sing a couple times.
Yeah.
No, it's just they're like talking about what's going on, and I know what you're talking.
Wait, did you ever dress up as Pumbaa, like as in Halloween?
No, can't say that I did.
Maybe next
year. Thought for next year.
Yep, there we go.
Are rain, snow, weather games awesome or overrated?
Amazing. That fucking Sunday night game with the 49ers and the Bills. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
They're awesome. And they're even more awesome now because there's so few of them now because of the domes and the pussies.
Bills Democrats fucking changing the weather all the time,
I know. Yeah, the Bills are getting a dome.
Browns are getting a dome too.
An idea.
The Browns are going to get a dome.
Bills are getting dome on the taxpayers' dime off of a lie that their governor or whoever was it. I don't know if it's the governor. Maybe it was the governor at the time. They just straight up lied to him, and now they're responsible for like a $600-something million dome or whatever. Probably got to be more than that. It's going to be over $1 billion.
I was going to say, dome, yeah. It's probably going to have like a retractable roof and all that bullshit so you can have outside stadium.
Fine workers of Buffalo.
They might just go
collapse on their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might just go back to the 80s concrete and shit and suck it.
Do you like the late season NFL Saturday games?
Yep. Anything I can do to ignore my family, I'm for.
No, I like my traditional Sunday football. We talk about this all the time. Give me a full day of Sunday so I can do get done what I need done on Saturday and full day Sunday.
How was that Friday night? How was that Friday night Black Friday game? Did you watch that?
No,
I didn't pay attention to it at all. It was dumb.
Okay,
stupid. Thursday night blows. Sunday night, Sunday night, Monday night.
Yep.
That's it.
1, 4, 8. That's it.
That's it.
Case closed. Are the Bengals wasting
yes.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase seasons?
Yes. The top 5 quarterback is just melting away in Cincinnati right now.
I think if you can't get past 500 as a team, as good as you play as a quarterback, it's very hard to rank you in the top 5.
He can't play defense too, Richard.
Tom Brady didn't play defense. He went to the Super Bowl in 2011. They had the worst defense in the league.
True.
I am on the verge. I've been on the verge of sending you $25 via
it's just sitting there in the Venmo
in the mail. No, I'm going to send it via check. I'm going to send it via check. I I just can't get past the fact he can't win. He's got
He's
to
putting
win.
up 40 points.
Bengals
What else you-
defense
what else
is
you want 'em to do?
historically bad. They've scored like over 38 points 3 times and lost. It's crazy.
Quarterbacks can affect the game in many ways. You can affect the game in many ways as a quarterback. You can control the game. That's why Brady was Brady. That's why Manning was Manning. You can affect your game on both sides of the ball if you're that good of a quarterback. If you were top 5
Also-
quarterback, you can affect the ball on both sides.
Came out that Burrow spent $3 million on a Batmobile, so he's obviously an idiot.
Thought you were
Or
going
a
to
lesbian.
Well, I mean, we've covered the lesbian angle a long time, so he's
So you think
obviously trying to cover up for the lesbian by buying a $3
What
million
is a-
Batmobile.
what
Okay,
is a
He's trying
Batmobile?
to show how much of a man he is.
Is Batmobile code for
Yeah.
starter transition kit?
Yeah.
Sure is.
It's just like the guy that buys a massive truck to hide his tiny wing wang.
Good for you, Joe. If wing wings,
I don't know why it's funny when he says wing wang.
because it sounds
I
like
do a wing wang.
yeah, that's what they call it in the wigwam.
Well,
This is what he calls when he puts it in his mouth, too.
Wing
give me that wing wang.
Okay.
Why haven't the Falcons benched Kirk Cousins?
$97 million reasons why. That's what they owe
It's
him
not a
still.
good enough reason. He blows. He's tanking their whole season.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Should have hired Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he wouldn't have put up with that shit.
Nope.
Are you an ahead of the curve Christmas shopper, or you binge it all at once?
Binge it all at once.
Fuck yeah. Anybody that buys Christmas gifts all year is a fucking loser.
Anybody that's ahead of curve in anything is a fucking loser.
Mm.
Wing it.
Wang it.
Like, why would you like schedule something for like the Friday after Christmas, like several fucking weeks ahead of time without any real communication? Like, just wait for it, you know?
Yeah. You really just wait for it. Yep.
Oh, will Saquon break the single season rushing record? He's at 1499 through 12. Needs 2015.
No.
Nope.
Really? You say no? I say yes. I mean, this
Is he
is
gonna get hurt or they're gonna fuck it up somehow?
no. They're gonna feed him. They want it. The Eagles have just the right fuck you mentality with their jerk off coach. They're gonna get it.
He's gonna get hurt.
That's the only thing that would stop him. So if he gets hurt, that'll do it.
I want him to get hurt with,
I
like,
agree.
1 yard
Sirianni.
short.
I agree. Sirianni has the dickhead mentality to go for it. I think he'll get hurt. He's got an injury history.
He does. Fair enough. Worst offseason move: Giants letting Saquon go, or Falcons signing Cousins?
I think letting Saquon go. I mean, he's having an MVP type season right now.
Yep. Especially compiling that with how they looked like boobs on that TV show on HBO.
I didn't mind the Cousins signings. Nobody minded the Cousins signings when they did it, and they drafted a quarterback for the future. Falcons will be okay as long as Pennis
That
can
draft
play.
pick looks mighty smart at this point.
Yeah, I liked it as soon as they did it. Smart. Stack your quarterback. There's no reason not to stack your quarterback. Why would you not stack the most important position on the field with talent and go from there? There's no
Patriots
contract
did it
that
last
can't
year.
be moved. There's no contract that can't be deleted. Kirk Cousins blows and you owe him $50 million. Somebody will take it on. Dead money
Somebody
somewhere.
will.
Get
That
a
is very
fucking draft pick. It's definitely the Giants idiots. That guy, that GM. What's the GM that let his kids pick the draft picks or whatever? What's his name?
Hakeem McGee.
He's dead. He's gone. He's fired.
No.
All right, quick break. We'll be back with a little Celtics talk.
1 or 2, Rich, quick.
2.
Nice.
I'm gonna record because I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm leaving this guy's house, and the whole time he was shish kebabbing it from the back, I felt like I was gonna shit, lay an egg or something. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Shish kebabbing it from the back.
For anybody new to the show, we've apparently now moved our segment breaks into the best of the internets.
I just thought that was going to bring humor and joy.
What
to
was
our lives.
one? I mean, if there was two options, what's
We've
the
got
other?
a long show, Bobby. We've got a
Yeah,
long
we got
show.
options, dude. Don't worry. We got.
I
another
laughed
break.
at that harder the first time I saw it, Ray. You're a little behind on that, and I know you're generally the internet guy, but
It was because of Bobby. Bobby's never seen that. He's not in that text exchange, so that's why. That's G Baby's love of his life right there.
I know we are in a little bit of a dirty. We are the Bender Boys text exchange takes it down to a little bit of a lower level of what could be lower than our.
I was gonna say, I mean, the
Yeah.
filth that goes on in that, I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's also just basically farts and shit. Speaking of farts and shit, the Celtics are farting and shitting on everybody, just not in the NBA
Good
Cup
segue.
anymore. Thank you, beautiful segue. Peyton Pritchard, the leader of the Celtics, are bounced from the NBA Cup.
Who gives a flying fuck?
Go on, Raymond.
Everyone's crying about the NBA Cup. It's like, who cares? Like, LeBron won it and was popping champagne. The next year he gets eliminated. And he's like, this is a pointless tournament. Who cares?
I mean,
Right.
LeBron's done that to NBA championships. No,
True.
that's a LeBron
That's true.
thing. That's not an NBA thing.
I didn't even want it anyway.
Are
At
they going to
the
hang
end
a
of the
banger,
day-
though? You think that if you think the Celtics win the NBA Cup, they're going to hang a banner?
Yep. They
No.
are trying to make it into a thing. Look, we did this the other week when we talked about the NBA championship. It's the second year they're doing it. The Champions League in Europe and all the other stupid fucking soccer tournaments that they have all year long. I know you're gonna give me the qualifiers. They're different because of this and that. They started somewhere, and then it didn't mean anything. And then with tradition and with rivalries and with time, it becomes something. And that's what the NBA is trying to do, because we all know the NBA season is boring. I'm fine with it. I get it doesn't mean anything. I think it's a bad look. Your reigning champions were knocked out because of your point differential thing when they were 3-1. You got to fix that. You got to fix some of the nuances within the thing. But look, in 10 years from now, last year the Celtics Pacers game was maybe the best game of the season for the NBA Cup. So maybe it becomes something. Also, every player gets $500,000 fucking dollars. You don't think Joe Blow on the end of the bench cares about $500,000? That's not nothing, and that money's only going to go up. So,
You know what would be cool? You know
I'm
how
not
they could fix
sorry,
it?
just let me finish my thought. I'm not crazily turned on by it, and the courts suck, by the way. Get rid of the courts.
Yes.
That is awful to watch. But I do think it's a worthwhile effort. I think it's a cool effort by the NBA to try something new, try something different, spice it up in the beginning, middle of the season where there's nothing to pay attention to in this time of year. I'm for it. And I think it's a bad look. Celtics are out. I think it is. I think it's a bad look. Maybe not for the Celtics necessarily, but for the NBA. Your reigning champs should be in the out of the qualifying round. They're 3-1. They never should have lost that game to the Hawks. They lost by 1 point because of point differential and their tiebreaker. They are not going to move forward. They got to fix that somehow. I don't quite know how, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. But I don't hate it. I know a lot of people hate it. I don't hate it.
The only thing I hate about it is that it's the NBA teams in it. It's the NBA Cup. I get it. But the way the Champions League is that you take teams from all over the country, all over Europe, and you bring them together from all these different leagues. Maybe the NBA should do that. Bring teams from fucking Turkey, from China, from Spain.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
would
cool.
be an
Shut down
excellent idea.
shut down the NBA for November, from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then make Christmas Day the official.
Don't even shut it down. Make it part of the fucking league. Make it
Yeah.
part of your schedule.
Yeah, that'd be
Well,
sweet.
no, I like that idea. They just shouldn't be regular season games. Number one, the tournament should be standalone games. And I like your idea if those other teams would play, if they would fly in to take part in this tournament. But if not, let the G League teams or let any other whatever other minor basketball association teams get entered and let them play in there too. So that way they stand alone, and then that way you could maybe even get some David and Goliath shit going on.
Does the church league count still? Did the church league
CBL.
3-on-3? Yeah, CBL come back into effect.
CBL murder.
I got a chip out of that. I won one of those.
Word. Anyway, Celtics are out, but Peyton Pritchard is balling. 16.5 points in the season, 25 points per game in his last 4 or 5 games. Are you impressed with Peyton Pritchard?
Yes. If you're not, you're a fucking boob. Bobby, are you impressed?
I'm very impressed. He's what I'll call the Celtics' incredible, overwhelming margin for error. Now all of a sudden he's an all-star caliber player. Why is Porzingis playing? He should have been sitting until 2025 and just let him fucking jack up threes until the new year. It doesn't matter. He looks ridiculous. He's on this a $30 million deal in total, not per year, in total. He's probably the most desirable trade asset currently if they wanted to trade him with that fucking contract.
Yep. And they should not. They should not. He could be
never
a Drew Holiday replacement down the line, not in the same style of play, obviously.
He's a pretty feisty defender.
Yeah, he certainly holds his own as a defender. Obviously, if he played more minutes in keyer situations, teams could, good coaches, teams could key in on him. Or maybe they couldn't. The way the NBA plays right now, nobody goes into the paint. So perfect league for Peyton Pritchard. Yeah, you have to be impressed. Kid's balling out. He's got guts. He's got moxie. And he's in a perfect spot right now. Sixth man of the year. Has the odds. You have to be impressed with Peyton Pritchard. And I really like the way you put that, Bobby. The margin of error has just increased for the Celtics by 25 points a fucking game by this 5'10" white kid.
It's
great.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
It's great. Is he a vital piece? If he goes down tomorrow, are you worried about the Celtics' chances?
Nope.
I know.
Isn't that crazy though?
No,
it's ridiculous.
They're so good. They can lose two guys. They can lose two out of the rotation, and they're still the favorites.
No,
outside of Brown and Tatum.
As long as the one of outside of those two, yes, two out of all their ancillary pieces.
I will say still the Drew Holiday sucks so far. He stinks. He stinks so far.
But do you need him to suck right now? Do you want him suck now or suck in June?
Last year too. He stunk last year too in the regular season. He was awesome in the playoffs. So as long as he does that again, I'm fine. Fine with it. If Peyton P, little Pritchard, wants to be the regular season hero and Drew Holiday saves it all for the playoffs, I'm fine with that. But I'm also with Bobby. The return of Porzingis way too early. What the fuck? Like wait till February. Let this guy clean up and into the playoffs and hold him back. God damn it. What a mistake. He's going to get hurt. Of course he's going to get hurt.
Of course he's going to get hurt.
Hopefully it's an injury.
He's hurt getting out of bed.
Hopefully it's an injury, though, that he can come back by April.
Well, he should get hurt like tomorrow. We should just go kick him in the shin tomorrow. So he goes down for a few weeks.
Done.
He's a difference maker, though, isn't he? Like, how does anybody beat him if he's out on the court?
Have they had a healthy squad? Like their starting
the first game he came back was fully healthy. I forget who they played, but they won by 40.
Yeah, but that's it, right? They haven't had a full squad, like a full healthy squad since
then.
They
beat Miami by 35 too. Was everybody there for that game too?
I don't think Tatum played that game.
No, Tatum didn't play in the last game.
Yeah, when they're fully rocking and rolling, it's
scary, man.
They're the best team in the NBA by a wide margin.
No, this isn't in the email, but the sale of the Celtics talk has gone down to zero.
Yeah,
we haven't heard a thing about that.
Very weird.
It is very weird. The fuck, these contracts are going to come up. Wick, your bank account's about to get drained. Who's buying this shit?
He's gonna have to go sell some feet pitch on OnlyFans.
Maybe a little bit of NBA news. This guy was brought up earlier. LeBron cashed. Missed 24 or something straight 3-pointers, whatever that stat was bouncing around the internet. Clearly not the same guy. Just got blown out by 41 points by the Heat, who blow this year. I bring this up because does it feel like for a guy that's been the conversation as the greatest player of all time, wrongly or rightly, for as long as he is, doesn't it feel like it's a real whimper of an end for him? He's not really going out with a bang. He's clearly diminished. Kind of an embarrassment to that Lakers organization. The title is fraudulent in the bubble. It just, for that guy and how great of an impact he had for so long on the NBA, it feels like he's going to be forgettable tomorrow. Like if he leaves.
It's like when Jordan played for the Wizards. It's like you want to forget about that.
I guess, but Jordan's Bulls legacy was so cemented.
Dominant.
It's like, yeah, we all know how LeBron dominated the NBA, I guess, but Steph Curry is more memorable than Steph Curry's run is more memorable than LeBron.
They call this the LeBron era, but it should be the Curry era because he has more championships. He has more memorable games than LeBron does. It should be the Curry era, not the LeBron era.
think they have the same amount of championships, but either way, I hear you're saying.
LeBron's been an afterthought for like 5 years. It
Yeah.
just, yeah. Well, I guess you could say because he won in the COVID bubble, he won that. Ever since then, he's been an absolute afterthought. His, I think most people our age at this point dislike LeBron. When he came in, he was kind of likable. He was just new. We were younger. Just the new star in the NBA. At this point, I dislike him, and I don't want him around anymore. And I will be happy when he is gone.
Yeah, he's a fraud. As soon as he went to Miami, that all went away.
He'll buy an NBA team, though. He'll get that Vegas team, the expansion team, and you'll just see him constantly on TV.
Well, him in the Fenway group.
Yep.
He is part of the Fenway group. It just feels very LeBron-esque, the end of this. Just kind of like, all right, go away. Get out of my face. We're done with you. Yep. On to the next.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Quick break. We'll be back with a little baseball talk. Was that your uncle, Ray?
Yes. Magical time on the subway.
Yeah, of course. Red Sox and their $1 billion bamboozle, as mentioned off the top, they had their first major signing of the season, Aroldis Chapman, 1 year with $10.7 million. All we've heard is Juan Soto. The Red Sox are in a Juan Soto, $600 million. The Red Sox are in a Juan Soto, and there you go. Here's Aroldis Chapman. Suck it, you bitches. What a fucking crap. What an asshole group of people this Red Sox organization. And let me just remind you how they did this last year to you. Okay, here's who they told you they were in on. Teoscar Hernandez, who they're also in on this year again. Sure. Teoscar Hernandez signed for the Dodgers for double of what the Red Sox put out there. He signed for 1 year, $22 million. The Red Sox offered 12.5 or something. Two Japanese pitchers that the Red Sox were highly touted to get. Yamamoto signed with the Dodgers, 12 years, $325 million. Mets and Yankees also offered $3 million. The Red Sox kind of just like tagged onto that report of the Mets and Yankees. Like, oh yeah. We offered the $300 million too. We were there too. We were in the room. No fucking chance they offered $300 million. People have come out and flat out denied that they offered that money, but they put their hat in the ring for the PR purposes. Who was the other fellow Japanese pitcher? Shota Imanaga, who signed with the Cubs, 4-year, $53 million deal. Fucking chump change. He had a decent season, not great. He was a 30-year-old pitcher. It's not like they missed out on a whole ton there, but they touted him as we're definitely gonna. If we don't get Yamamoto, we're getting this guy. This is the guy. And then they had the fucking gall to tell us that he's probably even better. Honestly, he's more seasoned. He throws more strikes. He's probably even better. That's the guy we really want. And then guess what? Nope, fucking Cubs got him. Good job, idiots. Jorge Soler was also on the market. 3 years, $42 million to the Giants, who have the worst hitting fucking ballpark in the league. Every ball they hit is knocked down by that goddamn gust from the Pacific out there in San Francisco. Would have raked in 40 home runs for the Red Sox. They lost him on whatever they offered. He got a 3-year, $42 million deal, which is nothing. And the Red Sox offered him, I think, a 1-year deal. So, Ray, they did this last year. They're doing it again, all over again. The Juan Soto, whether they're driving up the price for the Yankees or not, this is a PR move through and through. I even heard today that John Henry's talking to the Juan Soto's people. So even if they're serious, I don't give them the benefit of the doubt for this.
No, they have to prove it. They have to prove it now.
Certainly. And even if they sign Juan Soto, if you go to the baseball, Craig Breslow, you better have a goddamn plan because Juan Soto's not winning you the World Series. You haven't been pitching in like a decade. So, 2018, they won the World Series. So you need pitching. So if the Juan Soto signing means you can trade Tristan Casas or trade Jarren Duran or Willie Abreu or some of your prospects, fine. If the Juan Soto deal leads you to a fuller ball club and you sign 2 or 3 more high-end players, mostly pitchers, fine. Not of the likes of Aroldis fucking Chapman, who, of course, has his history of sucking, first of all, and also being a weirdo scumbag, groping his mother's boobies and beating his wife and firing guns at her or whatever. It's just more of the same from the Red Sox. More of the same. Overpromise, underdeliver. To your point, Ray, they got to prove it before I'm going to give them credit for anything. Until then, I'm going to bash the shit out of them for every stupid fucking report that they lie to us about.
They really have to just sign Soto. Like whatever he gets, if he wants $750 million, which is now the report I just read before we came on tonight, is that he's going to get $750 million deal. I mean, it's insane right now. But I mean, if that happens, then yeah, okay, John Henry. Okay, what's the next step? You have your next big thing in Juan Soto. Who's the next guy? I heard reports about Vlad Guerrero Jr. coming here. That's the next domino after getting Juan Soto. Then you need 2 starting pitchers, like you're saying, Rich, and then you can start trading your pieces. But until the first domino falls, where you sign this big free agent name, you're all full shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, I fully believe. Well, I don't fully believe. Maybe they're convincing me that they're actually in on Soto. But like, where's the extra plan? Where's the plan if it doesn't go through? Where's the plan if it does go through? More particularly, where's the plan if it doesn't go through? Like, do you have your next steps ready to go? I don't. I honestly would bet that they don't. I would bet that they think that the Juan Soto is going to satisfy the need of the fans, which is probably why they are making the move in a very John Henry way. When he signed Lester after getting booed at the Winter Classic, he responds to extreme public pressure, which the Red Sox have at this point. It almost feels like if they sign Juan Soto, they can sit back in their chair. All right, we did what you wanted. We got the superstar. Now leave us alone.
I don't think it would be, because if you put that kind of money and investment into one player, you're going for broke.
Ray, they already did it with Devers. Who'd they surround Devers with?
Good point. I'm sorry. Good point.
They already did it.
Yeah.
They've already done it. So that's what I would be afraid of. If you want to look at it from that perspective. If that's the case, don't fucking sign Soto. Don't say then. Yeah, go give me some of these Chapmans or whoever else that can fill the gaps, and hopefully these young kids can come up and play and give you a competitive baseball team. If that's what you're actually relying on. If it's just Soto and nothing else and like some bullshit, no, it's not. It's not worth it. It's just not. It's not worth it. Or it's not maybe it's worth it. It'll be more fun. He's very good. He's excellent. He's probably the best hitter in the game or up there. So sure. It's just they're not doing it right. I guess my point is they're not doing it well, and they're not doing it correctly. They're not building a team correctly with honest ambitions.
Which is surprising because it's the Red Sox. I mean, this century, they are the best team or franchise this century. And now what? Did they forget the fucking mojo? They forgot the blueprint on how to build a great team?
Are you so spited by the Patriots? You've forgotten what they did this century?
Well, they've won, 5 World Series?
The Red Sox have won 4. The Patriots have won 6.
Yeah. No, I'm saying baseball team. Sorry, baseball team.
Oh. I thought you meant
sorry, baseball team. Sorry.
Yeah, that could certainly be argued. But it's not surprising. This is how since the trade of Mookie Betts, this is how they've operated. They have since the trade of Mookie Betts, the acquisition of Liverpool, the acquisition of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the future acquisition of the Las Vegas NBA team, the Fenway Sports Group is working on their bottom line. They're not working on the Boston Red Sox ball club. That has been made pretty obvious.
Yep.
So sign Juan Soto, fine, but build a good ball club if you're going to do it. Don't just do that to satisfy whatever PR needs you think you need to do. That would be my. Okay, can I just scratch an itch? I do this basically every year at this time.
Sure.
Scratch what?
Here's the headline. This is from CNN, of all people. Why do you, quote, why do we want to bastardize our game, end quote. MLB players and managers join criticism of the golden at-bat proposal. For everybody who has not heard, probably Bobby, there is a proposal out there by Major League Baseball for the golden bat rule, which would say at any point in time, once a game, you can bring in a batter of your choice to hit at any point in game. So your best batter, whether he's within the lineup. Now, Bobby, here baseball works with a lineup, and you have 1 through 9, and you have to go in order throughout the innings. Okay, so this is saying at any point in time during the game, you can take one of those players, insert them into the lineup for one at bat, and then they go back to their regular spots. This is the golden bat rule. Here's the response from baseball folk. I'm just going to read you the quotes. There's the buzz. Here's John Madden. Our game is not built that way, says old crudgy fuck John Madden. Former manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, Chicago Cubs, and the Los Angeles Angels in an interview with The Athletic. Why do we want to bastardize our game and make it like everybody else? Fun and attractive and popular? I don't know, Joe. Why would you want to do that? Here's a quote from something else. The more we see things, the less impact they have. This is also from Madden. The Trout Ohtani thing, the final at bat of the 2023 WC Championship, that was outstanding because you rarely see it. We don't see Haley Comet every night. That has really nothing to do with this, Joe. You're senile and very old. This is from Kevin Youkilis, Tom Brady's brother-in-law, also former professional baseball player for the Red Sox. Not all change is great, said former Red Sox third baseman, Kevin Youkilis. The best part of baseball is when the guy least expected to get the big hit delivers at the end of the game, a memory that lasts a lifetime for the players and fans. Fucking wrong, categorically wrong, Kevin Youkilis. That's not the best part of baseball. No one gives a shit about that part of baseball. Shut the fuck up. Know what they like? Barry Bonds hitting 700-foot fucking home runs to the goddamn moon for 10 years, and then you took his juice away, you assholes, and left him out of the goddamn Hall of Fame. No one gives a shit about you and the other scrubs hitting a fucking ninth-inning single to win a game in September. Fuck off, Kevin. No one gives a shit about that. Give me Ohtani in the bottom of the ninth versus whoever you want to put on the mound for a game-winning home run. That's what we want to see. Quote, the roller coaster ride of emotions in sports is what makes it the best unscripted entertainment. How's that going to change the roller coaster? Roller coaster goes higher when you put stars in the lineup, you dope. Who else we got? Phillies reliever Matt Strahm, who's an asshole. Quote, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that, said Matt Strahm. I wouldn't like that. Nah, that messes with baseball history too much. Because baseball history, which is 200 goddamn years old and no one gives a shit about. I don't like that one. Say you have a guy like Craig Kimbrell who's going for his 500 saves. Oh, no, Craig Kimbrell doesn't give his 500 saves because somebody else comes in who's a better hitter. What an asshole. I'm obviously interjecting. He hasn't said all these things. I'm really messing with Matt Strahm's quote here. He does go on to say, then he's got to do it at the end of his career against Aaron Judge and Juan Soto for every save. Nah, that's not right. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I guess it does really cock block closers.
They don't get to hit every time. They just get one extra golden at bat, Matt Strahm.
Did Rob Manfred watch basketball? Is that what happened? And he got this brilliant idea and said, hey, let's propose this.
Oh, no. Can you bring yourself up? Let me tell you. Rob Manfred got control back over his league because in the last CBA, the previous CBA, the players were squeezing the league's balls tighter than death grip, and the league couldn't do a goddamn thing without the players signing on. So the league gave the players a little more money, and now they have their control back, and they saw the ratings go like this for the last fucking 15 years, and they went, oh, shit, we got to change something. And now they're changing something, like the pitch clock and bigger bases. And now your games are not 4.5 hours long. They're 2 hours and 45 minutes. Kudos to you, Rob Manfred. Every league, every professional sports league changes rules every single year. And we don't hear the players bitch out so openly. Who said this? Who said this? Who are you? Please tell me. Oh, Seattle Mariners catcher Chris Howard. Don't even know who this is. Buddy, no one even knows who you are because your league sucks so bad. Quote, please tell me the golden at bat rule is just an April Fool's joke a few months early. Good joke, you dickhead. Someone needs to tell Manfred to stop watching the Savannah Banana games. They have better ratings than your fucking Mariners, you joke. You want to do something? Stop the blackouts. Get people go to your games. Do you know why blackouts happen, you idiot? Because no one goes to your games. You can't sell tickets because no one wants you to watch your stupid game last forever and strike out 1,000 goddamn times and no one hit the ball in play and no one run, you fat fucks. Fuck you, baseball players. You stupid. Sorry, Ray, I didn't mean to offend you.
Thank you.
You stupid, arrogant, self-indulgent pussies. Baseball players. My God. How many professional athletes bitch about the rule changes? None. Except for LeBron.
Yeah.
None. Other than that, bitch about rule changes. God. Every year I do this. So thank you for obliging me. We will be right back with Dr. Big Mac. Unless anyone has any final thoughts.
No, that was beautiful. You hit all the bases.
That's a great way to end it.
Yep.
Would you rather ready for this?
I would do it. Yeah. Would you?
I'm confused.
It's a simple question, Doctor. Would you eat the moon if it were made of ribs?
Well, I don't know how to answer that.
It's not rocket science. Just say yes and we'll move on.
Yes.
Hey!
You like that one, did you, Ray?
I like that. That was
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Thank you there, Richard. Would you rather travel in a blizzard to work or stay at home during said blizzard with your kids for a snow day?
Give me the blizzard.
I would travel in his
I'm
fucking
not scared of driving in the snow.
6 feet of snow. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to work. I don't want to stay home.
Oh, God. No.
I'll plow through it and run all those pussy ass little Civics over off the side of the road.
This feels like a deeply rooted problem with you. This is less about the kids, more.
I
about
think this is it. I think as we go through this, would you rather? It's gonna hit home for everybody today.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, I think you really found some threads to pull on here.
yeah. Would you rather go away for the holiday or have a holiday with your in-laws?
I have like 7 different sects of in-laws. Sex,
Wait.
not sex. Sex. SECT.
Oh, I thought they were all transitioning.
segments.
or
Like
something.
I
don't
liked
know.
it the better. I liked it the first way.
Yeah, I'm like whoa, they're all transitioning. Good for you, lady boy.
The only sex I have, no, that didn't play. I was gonna say your mother has sex with me by law because she had to sign a contract.
No, that would have played. I liked
would've
it
played?
even when you did it in that way. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, because she signed a contract as a whore. I've never gone away for the holiday. I've always just taken on the family thing.
I went to New York City. It was beautiful. I didn't have to deal with anybody except for my wife and kids, and it was awesome. I had a nice steak dinner for Thanksgiving with just the 3 of them. It was perfect. I loved it.
All I
loved
saw
it.
was you bitching about that.
Hmm?
I gotta drive in this fucking weather, even though you want to. Yeah, I gotta drive through the snowstorm, even though you just said I would drive through a blizzard instead of staying home with my family. But
There's no
on
snowstorm.
fucking Thanksgiving, I drive through a blizzard to goddamn
no
New York
blizzard.
City.
There was no blizzard.
You'd rather go to New York City than
Oh, I loved it. I
deal
loved
with,
I love New
like,
York City.
people-
I would move to New York City in a heartbeat. If I could
New York
afford it
City
and didn't have my family. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, it's awful.
That sounds terrible. Can I pass on both?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Become an NFL head coach and the whole world realize you're a dope, or stay a coordinator and ride the head coach's success.
Coordinator all day long.
Yeah.
Fake it
It's
till you make
tough
it.
to- I mean, yeah, I would want my shot, but if you're saying that I'm destined to fail, then yeah, then I'll just
Yeah,
Just
Steve
ride the coattails.
Spagnuolo all day. Give me the Super Bowls. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. Be a role player for a really good team or be a superstar for a really, really bad team.
fucking superstar on that bad team, baby. I'm gonna jack threes up there all day. You kidding me? Fuck that.
If you see Derek White or
Big
Peyton
for
Pritchard
small
at a
pond,
bar,
big
that
for
guy's
small pond.
drinking for free for the rest of his life. Give me a
Depends.
role
If you're a
player.
role player in Boston, you're basically a god. Everyone hates Tatum and they love Peyton Pritchard.
Mm,
If you're a
and Derek
role-
White. And Derek White. Those two, they're
Yeah.
gods around here.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're a role player in like
Oh,
LA or like
Portland.
Portland, like no one gives a shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But those aren't really, really good teams.
Damian Lillard owns could just buy Portland.
Yeah. True. Next one. Would you rather have your wife travel halfway across the world without you and the kids, or send your kids with your wife halfway across the world and stay home alone?
I mean, that's an easy one.
Go ahead, Richard. What's your answer?
Yeah, no, if the kids want to go, I think that's an important bonding.
Yeah.
time.
Right?
Yeah, I
It's a
think
nice time to bond with the mother. They
that
go,
sounds
you
like a
know.
once in a lifetime trip for them to be able to have that sort of time.
It
Yeah.
does. It
Yeah.
does. It does. But also time spent at home with a strong, confident, intelligent father figure is really going to cement some strong rooted fundamental characteristics moving forward.
And an addiction to melatonin, as we found out earlier.
And a visual never mind. A visual insight into what alcoholism looks like.
Last one. Would you rather go to a freak off party or Epstein Island? Bobby, you answer first.
Probably go freak off.
Yeah, you would. You fucking sick
Yeah.
fuck.
You fucking sicko.
Yeah.
You didn't want to answer the fucking in-law or the Thanksgiving one, but you would answer this one. You're a
I don't
fucking
want it
sicko,
handed to
Vine.
me on a
You're a
fucking platter,
sicko,
you
Vine.
lazy cunts. At least at the freak off, I got to work for it. God, you guys just want to show up and just sit there and let them serve you?
I don't want to do anything. I'm not fucking gross like you, Vine, you fucking Indian.
You got to pick one, Ray.
No, I don't. No, I
Yes,
don't.
you do.
No.
It's would you rather. Pick one.
Simplest minds right after this.
Oh, you guys are cunts.
Freak off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, freak off, probably. Freak off.
It's the freak off.
It's the freak off. Simplest minds right after this.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
Definitely the freak off. The freak off is getting a real bad rap because of Diddy's like gay stuff.
Yeah.
And like, first of all, if you're gay, it doesn't seem that bad. Secondly, you can probably avoid that. There's many of people that went to those parties that didn't get banged by Diddy, right? So like you just probably went there and had a fucking awesome time. And then in the corner, you're like, what the fuck's going on with those kids? And they're like, don't worry about that. Just like have these drugs, eat this shit, and go plow this person. And then you come out 20 years later, you're like, oh shit, they were trafficking kids. And you're like, oh man, I feel bad about that, but I'm not going to say anything because I got a career and I'm an asshole. So it's a freak out. Epstein Island, you're like, these guys are banging kids.
What were they doing at the freak off?
They were banging each other.
They were banging dudes.
What are the kids doing there?
No, they weren't banging kids at the freak offs. They were exchanging kids at the freak offs. Diddy was just
slaves of some
Diddy
sort?
was
Like a
Diddy
do
was
like yard
sticking
work.
his-
What are you talking? What do you think they're doing with these kids?
They're not. They were banging kids at freak offs. All of these celebrities didn't go bang kids at the freak offs. They were exchange. There was a child trafficking ring amongst the powerful celebrities.
So what would they do with these children then?
Sell them
To
fucking weird goddamn Epstein Island people.
There we go. So they're fucking just as sick as these people.
Well, yes, they're all horrible fucks, but at Epstein Island, they actually did the banging on the babies.
I see
At
what
the
you're saying.
freak
So
offs,
they were just like doing like the slave
They're all
sales.
part of the chain. They're all part of the process.
freak offs was
Circle of life. Circle of life.
The freak offs was
Oh.
an actual like weird like a party. It was a celebrity party with weird drugs and a lot of people, and every celebrity ever went to these parties. And then when Diddy got there, he picked somebody. He was like, I'm banging that guy. And then they banged. And then like on the down low, Jay-Z was trading kids like in the basements and shit.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yes.
If you were at the Diddy party and say that the three of us were there and Bobby got picked and me and you didn't get picked, would you get upset that you
Picked
didn't
to
get
get
picked?
banged by Diddy or to get
Yeah.
traded as children?
No, to get banged by Diddy.
Would I get
I'd be a little hurt. A little hurt. Like, what's wrong with me? Why? What's Bobby have that I don't?
Bobby would turn around and then give us the jerk off motion, say, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. And then I would be like, yeah, that makes sense.
And then you just do this.
Yeah, have fun getting plowed by Diddy, Bobby.
Yeah.
What's up?
Sounds
Ian?
terrible. I don't want to go to the freak off. Send me to Epstein Island now.
And I would ask Beyonce what's going on, and she's like, would you like to buy a child? And I'm like, shit.
I already have two.
I'd show her my bank account and she'd be like, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Can they go with my wife to the Philippines? All right, so there's here's a story for you. Simplest minds of the week. That's where we're at now. Here's the headline: Man eats 4.9 million pound banana work, which is $6.4 million. There he is right there. The Tron founder. This guy founded Tron, like
the movie.
Wasn't it a video game or is it a movie?
Started as a
It's
movie video game.
It's a movie based on a fake video game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Tron founder previously labeled the controversial art piece a cultural phenomenon, an assessment that failed to stop him from eating it. Okay, I'm going to read this whole article because on the surface, obviously the headline is stupid and ridiculous and bananas, BANANAS. This guy buys the banana stupid piece of art for $6.4 million and then he eats it. That captured we can make fun of that all day long. That's a dumb thing to do. Simple mind.
Seems like a glorious waste of money.
Yep. Then it goes on and here's some knowledge coming at you right now. Okay. Justin Sun, the piece, it's called The Comedian. I had to read this sentence like 50 times. Justin Sun snapped up viral art piece Comedian. Does that make sense to anyone? Can you take me off this so everyone can see how dumbfounded you are too? Justin Sun snapped up viral art piece comedian. I'm like, who's the comedian? Who's the other person in this scenario? And then it took me that many times to realize, oh, they called the banana taped to the wall Comedian. That was the name of the art piece. That's called Comedian. See, it still doesn't quite make sense to you fucking idiots.
Interesting.
Yeah. Consisting of a single banana duct taped to a white wall in an auction on South Bees in New York last week. The Chinese-born businessman immediately revealed his plans, blah, blah, blah. At a Hong Kong hotel, 34-year-old took a bite and told reporters, quote, "It's much better than other bananas. It's really good." After purchasing Comedian, this is actually how I went, oh, that's what the stupid banana's called. Banana's called Comedian. After purchasing Comedian, Mr. Sun previously said the piece represents a cultural phenomenon that bridges worlds of art, memes, and cryptocurrency community. How?
What?
If anyone else would like to speak broadly on how stupid art is, feel free to chime in.
How long was that banana sitting there? Was it an actual banana?
I don't know. Well, hold on. There's one more piece of information that is interesting that came up. Additionally, in the coming days, I will personally eat the banana as part of a unique artistic experience, honoring its place in both art history and popular culture. Art is stupid. Art is so stupid. The piece by Italian artist Maurizio Cattelan became an online phenomenon when it debuted in the Art Basel in Miami Beach in 2019 and sparked debate over whether it was a joke or commentary on the art world. Comedian was first made with a banana that cost 25 cents, and it's not the first time that the artwork has been eaten. So people have done this before. This guy paid $6.5 million to eat this banana, and somebody already did it. They already pulled off the joke. How stupid is this? Like, there are people dying. Give that money to fucking something real.
So is there now a new Comedian banana that is on display?
Now he has it says it. Mr. Sun can technically replace the fruit again, as his $6.2 million purchase grants him a certificate of authenticity and authority to duct tape any banana to a wall and call it Comedian.
So he's going to make his money back. He's going to make his money back.
Well, he's just got to hope there's some other fucking moron that'll pay for it.
Of course. Yeah. Well, welcome to the world.
Yeah.
God, that stuff is wildly stupid and really aggravates.
Now, Bobby, when you tell your mom this, tonight about this banana that cost $6 million, all the wing wang that she has sucked in her life, is she going to be disappointed that she hasn't gone to celebrity status or made that $6-point-something million?
I'm disappointed in the execution of that joke.
Yeah, it should have been Rich when you tell Bobby's mom about the banana tonight and all the wing wang she's been sucking.
That is better, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Because I don't immediately after the show go, "Hey, Mom, guess what?" This is what we did on the Simplest Mind show today.
And then we tell you to go to your room so we can bang her.
Oh, Ray. Oh, you're just... See, I had a better joke. I was going to say, "Come on up here, honey. I have a joke to tell you." And then...
That was good. I like that one better.
All right. Well, thanks for that. And thanks for joining us on the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday Rewind, Thursday, December 5th. Thanks for watching on YouTube and your preferred podcast platforms. Again, sign up for Behind the Paywall. Click the link in the description or the comments. Go to simplemindsports.com for that as well. And all of our latest blog content, Dr. Big Mac's Power Rankings, Bobby's Pros, Cons, and Observations, whatever stupid shit falls off my mind. It's all there at simplemindsports.com. Enjoy the newsletter. It's free, and we give you all the behind-the-scenes scoops of the Globe, the Herald, Boston Sports Journal, Athletic, everything you can think of. So thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.